Hi, nice to meet you guys. My name is Manasi Akalami, and today I'll be telling you about my speech. The topic for my speech today is why does silence make people uncomfortable? And we're gonna put in three main points involving this topic. First will be the psychological anxiety involving it, the social expectation people get from this silence, and the fear of judgment. Right. First, we're gonna start with the psychological anxiety. Anxiety involves a lot of things. People get anxiety from just the littlest things. We could get. Let me give you guys an example. Like, imagine you're in a quiet room of five people, and everybody was talking for a little bit. Boom, it gets silent. There's always gonna be one or two people who start thinking too much. They start thinking, "Oh, and why did it get quiet? Should I make a joke to lighten up the mood?" Somebody, people start thinking there's something wrong, and that's normal. Some people just like being silent, but there's others who get anxiety from too much silence and try to crack a joke in the middle, or say something really fast just to bring it up. And sometimes silence makes people feel awkward, like you talking to somebody and while you're saying something, they could get quiet. You just start thinking, oh, why they get quiet? You start overthinking, creating anxiety in your mind, which is unfortunate, but that's how some people work. And then let's go to social expectations. I feel like over over time, act like people have learned to act like, oh, let me say something, get this quietness out of the way. And social expectation doesn't always isn't always in every area of the world. Like, let's compare America and Korea. In Korea, it's people always quiet, or Japan, whichever one you like. People always quiet. Like, if you go on a train in Japan, it's pure silence. People don't look at each other, they just silent. And even in other countries, silence is a sign of respect. It's a sign to show somebody, you're listening or more. It's just how they're taught. But let's put in case America. In America, they think silence is awkwardness. Like, if you go anywhere and it's too quiet, there will always be one noise that needs to be made. And to me, I feel like the social expectation that's been created, especially in America, is very unfortunate, but it's just how it is. But it's also not how it is in different countries, like where I'm from. Silence is respect. I'm Nigerian. If you're silent, especially around older people, that's respectful. You don't have to say anything. It's okay, but also it could be taken as something's wrong. And mostly in America, some people will take silence as, oh, you're mad, or you're sad, or did I do something wrong? They expecting something, like they expecting the silence to be something. Like me personally, I like being silent sometimes. And when I'm silent, people get agitated, like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." "Are you good? Are you sad?" No, I'm just silent. Some people just like to be silent. But the social expectation where you have to talk, you have to be happy or have some type of positive mood makes people think, oh, they start juggling through their mind. What do I do? Why are they silent? And the last one, where I feel like is important, would be the fear of judgment. When it comes to silent, it's all in the head. Silence is all in the head. Once someone is silent, it's in somebody's head that something is wrong. And with the fear of judgment, you may start to think maybe someone is judging me. Like, if you're in front of somebody, you guys are communicating, and you both talking at first, but then the second person gets quiet suddenly, and though they might just be trying to listen to what you have to say, they might be just trying to focus, make sure they get everything right. Depending on the type of person you are, or whoever you're talking to, you might start thinking, why they get silent? They think something bad of me? did I do something wrong? You know, and that could also, you could also put the fear of judgment into like a lot of, like if you go for a job opportunity or a relationship, a job opportunity, you literally, it could be awkward. The silence is awkward at job, you know, jobs, interviews and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean you're being judged. They're just trying to evaluate you. But some people could also say, oh, being evaluated is being judged. But that's narrative, you know. But let's say in a job, you're just sitting there silently. They're looking at you, they're writing stuff down as you talk. You start thinking, oh, am I gonna get the job? Do they think I'm bad? You start feeling like you're judged, as well as in relationships. And a relationship can consist of friendships and more. It's not just, you know, partner, but relationships, your partner is silent. You start feeling weird about it. You start feeling like they're judging you, especially fresh relationships, I would say. When you start talking about stuff with each other, and the other person is more quiet, you start thinking they're judging you for what you've done or who you were or what you've ever been through, you know? And that's why I feel like the fear of judgment to me, it's the one that gets into people's head the most. It's the one thing that makes everyone just, what's going on? But it also ties into like awkwardness and social expectation. But at the end, all three of these tie together. Silence will always be awkward in certain places. I think silence is awkward in America. Where I'm from, I don't think it's awkward. In other places, some people don't. But not just America, there's probably other places where silence is also like that. But all three, like psychological anxiety, the fear of judgment, social expectation, they all tie together in some way or form. And sometimes people make it the norm to always speak out instead of just being silent, which I think it's okay to be silent. That should be the new norm. It's okay to just not want to talk, not want to do anything. Just want to be there or be on your phone or just be calm and think through it. But I thank you guys for your time. My name is Manasseh, and I hope you did enjoy my speech. Have a good one.